So for as long as I can remember, food trucks have always been a part of the city. You'll see them everywhere you go. I have these good memories of hanging out with my family after church, and we'll go to this specific food truck for a burger. And even as an adult, I still go to that same food truck because they treat me like home there. Every day I work from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and I'm always hungry. So right after work at 6:45, I'm thinking of going to that same food truck. But then one day I went to go check my go-to food truck and it was gone.
Opened by two brothers offering a new option of burgers and hot dogs, leaving the community excited for something new to try. There is a new food truck opening called Legendary Burgers in the city, offering delicious burgers and hot dogs. El Paso, Texas is a national known place for food trucks where they're literally everywhere in the city, at the end of the streets, in parking lots.
El Paso, Texas, a city that is nationally known of its rich Mexican culture that shares a long stretch of border with Mexico, and its sister city, Ciudad Juarez, where it shares many of its culture and traits to El Paso, such as the food, activities, and language. Talking about food, Ciudad Juarez is known to have a lot of food vendors in the streets, which has been slowly but rapidly coming over to El Paso over the last decade, and becoming a very common to-go place in the city. But food trucks did not start in Ciudad Juarez or Mexico. Its origins dates back to several decades ago. The tradition of food trucks started in the Roman era with food carts. The first food carts that ever existed were covered wagons called chuck wagons, which used to sell food to loggers and cowboys. The first types of food the wagons would carry were cured meat, beans, coffee, and biscuits. This type of wagon can be seen in multiple movies that take place in the early years. The primary types of food that had begun to sell the most were hot dogs and ice cream. Furthermore, as the food wagons became a hit over the years, the mobile kitchens, including food trucks, arrived in 1974. Once more, entrepreneurs noticed that the taco truck was such a success, they joined in with the food trucks and started to sell cheeseburgers, sandwiches, fries, and much more. Talking about cheeseburgers, Alex Rubio, a local resident of El Paso, is still in shock after discovering his favorite cheeseburger food truck has been closed off. One day he decided to go to a local farmer's market, and he might have possibly found his new to-go place. Legendary Burgers, a new food truck that opened last year into the El Paso food truck market, offering cheeseburgers, Alex's favorite, and hot dogs with its own unique recipe that is attracting more and more people every time. So we were interested in learning more, and so we met Juan Blanco, part owner of this food truck.
Well, my name is Juan Blanco. I am, I guess you can call manager here at Legendary Burgers. We started about a year ago exactly in 2022, right in the middle of winter. I've always had a passion for cooking for my family and for others. And I've been in the fast food service industry for a while too. So it seemed right. My brother had a business plan and I had the experience, so it just seemed right to get this going.
The food truck has been growing over the past year, and more people are requesting them. This year they've been called by the city to serve their delicious burgers and hot dogs at the annual Winterfest at downtown El Paso and at the Fred Lawyer Lights in Ascarat Park.
I think we served over 600 people that night. That experience was crazy. I mean, we've never seen that amount of people in such a quick amount of time. But it was a very unique and, I don't know, a learning experience for sure. We try to book as many events as we can. They're the biggest, or I guess the most profitable part of this industry, of the food truck industry, is going to be the events, city events like Chalk the Block downtown El Paso, Dia de los Muertos celebration, which was another really good one.
As their growth continues, their engagement with the El Paso community has become their main business goal to stay engaged and attend as many events offering their services. Legendary Burgers back in December of 2022, a local influencer, Erica Guire, collaborated with the food truck and served over 200 of the migrants left stranded in downtown El Paso. Legendary Burgers, along with Erica Guire, were featured in El Paso's biggest Instagram page, FitFam El Paso, and got a lot of positive feedback from the El Paso community, where its growth went up significantly.
Oh man, the experience with the migrants was really unique. We had just gotten started. Our friend Eric Aguirre was the one that reached out to us, and we were very happy to help. The migrants, they had just arrived, and very few people were really feeding them. So it was really awesome, and definitely a learning experience, because we hadn't handled that many people till then. So I believe it was 200 migrants that we were able to help that day, which was really cool, and like I said, just unique, being able to be part of that.
The future of food trucks has taken off since 2008, and they are now considered to be restaurants and cafes. Owning a food truck is less expensive than having an actual restaurant, so we have seen more trucks join the market. Majority of business owners in El Paso who own a restaurant all started with a food truck at the beginning, since it was a smart way to get their business started, as they could be more flexible when it came to the menu in order to perfect it. Which is what Juan is doing in order to get his delicious food out there and perfect his menu in hopes of opening an actual restaurant one day. In addition, this is also extra income for Juan in order to support his family.
I had to look for another source of income, which was our main motivation. But as you get things going, you start realizing what you're really doing it for, and for your family, for those who surround you.
Juan and his brother often wear a burger costume when selling their burgers in effort to bring in more customers. Legendary Burgers always prioritize their customers' experience. Alex, on the other hand, was the first person to order and try one of their burgers the day at the farmer's market.
I went up to it to see what it's all about. When I tried the burger, it was amazing. It was delicious. So this made me realize, like, I finally found a food truck that was far better than the one I used to go to.
Alex has finally found a new food truck to go after work and visit with his family. The old food truck will no longer be missed. This is his new home.